Welcome back to episode 2 of the 11th. Wow. I don't even know where to start. The 2 vibration is keep going on today. And that's partnership. The second half, the feminine, Okay, so let me just say what's happening. I just came back from paying the light bill. And I've learned that how to see the omens now. The glitch in the matrix per se. That's what these numbers and everything are all based on, really, is the glitch you're seeing in the matrix. The windows of opportunity. And that's what today is about. It's Thursday. It's Jupiter today. It's job, opportunity expanding. Big things. Big changes, big things. Big things. That's what the 55 and 555 is. Big changes. Good changes. But big. So, what happened this morning is, well, it's been happening since last night. Actually, yeah, it has been happening. Yeah, the full moon in Scorpio is making me super powerful, and it just all clicks in my head right now, as I'm talking. I'm saying, basically, I'm able to see the hidden signs that I need, where I'm, guided, divine guidance, because I asked for that. I need divine guidance, I need to be guided, and let me know that, hey, everything's okay, everything's gonna be great. Just keep going. Just keep doing what you're doing, because you're on the right path, So, that being said, I'm walking over there, and I go inside, and the girl that was next to me, that pulled up next to me, had her music on loud, and something told me to talk to her. But then another thing in my head was like, no, it's not the right time yet. It's okay, relax. But she may be the one, and I don't know how I know that. I don't know. And I was trying to read her tattoo on the back of her neck, or her shoulder, because, trying to get, to talk to her. Well, let me back up. I'm walking in there, and as I'm walking in there, I just, somebody does slow down, So just slow down a little bit, because when we're in a hurry, that's the universe is telling us, hey, slow down, and you'll have the magic. Okay? I've already proved it when I went into the bank. The lines were, long, and everybody was at an ATM area inside, and I wanted to go to the ATMs inside. And, women, beautiful women in there. Oh, man, I tell you. So, there's this older Asian lady that's just, oh, my God, beautiful. And I was noticing that her shoes really didn't fit all the way, Her feet are smaller than her shoes, She had, like, this much back on her high heels, like her foot wasn't even touching it, I don't know how that's irrelevant. My foot fetish, I guess. So, she's talking to another person in line, and I was waiting for a few minutes, and I'm like, I don't really want to be waiting. So then it was like, okay, then go get a drink. Relax. Slow down. And I'll give you the magic. So I was like, you know what? You're right. Turned around and went over to the coffee. Slowly got me a coffee. Practicing patience and slowness is a key to happiness, okay? Inner peace, okay? That's another thing I've learned this 12-year cycle is inner peace, being able to control that fire and emotional, that drive, and transmute it. Not really control it, not suppress it. Because if you suppress it, trust me, the universe will freaking kick your ass back. But transmute it into something positive, that you want, Focus on what you want, not what you don't want, okay? So, the magic happens when you give before, you know, in order to receive, you must give first, you know. What are you willing to give up for this, you know? And these last 12 years, I've realized that when I want something, I really just have to ask for it, know that I already have it, know that I haven't possessed it already, assume that I already have it, act as if, you know, and follow that path, you know. And it's okay if you think that that's the right way and you go somewhere else. It's okay. And you stop down, but no, I didn't really like that. Let me go this way, you know. If it feels like, I don't really want to do that, but I'll do it, that's not the bad. No, that's not where you should go, you know. Only use those things for, like, short-term things, you know. Short-term, you know, aspirations, you know. Okay, I need this, I need, you know, whatever. Use that to there, you know, and lost of what I was going to say, but the two, because I'm out of fuel almost, and I'm sitting in the car, and so let me tell you what happened, right? So I'm, as I'm driving, therefore I can do two things at one time. Don't do this because, you know, it doesn't really, you know, it takes a lot out of you when you're doing two things at one time. I don't know, I have to, I don't know what it is. What is it about you, huh? It is like either she was staring at me or I was staring at her, or she was probably wondering who I'm talking to, you know? Because I guess the camera, they can't see the camera because it's just below the door. I mean, I didn't do that on purpose. I just the way I, you know, set it up, apparently. I don't know if she can see the camera. Who gives a fuck if she could and can or not, you know? She's not on camera, you know? So I can't sue her, you know? And that's what we gotta stop worrying about, you know, is what other people think, you know? Because if you truly believe, like I truly believe, that this is, everyone has their own world that they live in, you know? You are your own true God, and only you can tell yourself what you want to do and what you don't want to do, you know? Yeah, other people can say, oh, you know, you should try this, and you should do this, and you know, you should do that, and you should do this. Yes, I appreciate your opinion on that, and I will take that into account. But I'll make my decision if I want to do that or not, you know. And I might entertain the possibility. I'm not going to believe what you say just because you believe in it. I will entertain the possibility that it may be true. But until I take that information and use it in my own life and see if it works. And if it works, it works. If it don't, then get rid of it, you know? So, but why entertain the possibility of, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this? That puts a limiting belief system in your subconscious, okay? What I mean by that is I want to find the woman that is out there for me, okay? Having a belief that, well, you can't talk to women that are married because they're married, you can't talk to them, or you're not allowed to do this because you know thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife bullshit, right? Yes, and I say it's bullshit because it is. Because that limiting belief right there puts a stop sign on your life. Not saying that you should go out there and fucking, you know, hit on married women, you know, because you want to try to be a homewrecker. I'm not saying any of that, no. I'm saying if someone is truly truly in love with another person and they are married, they won't give you a second look anyways. They'll be like, sorry. You know what I'm saying? And you can sense that if somebody's truly in love with their other significant other. They will not, I mean, they won't even freaking they won't even give you no IOIs at all, okay? They won't even, you know, they'd be like, oh, you're funny. Yeah, you're funny. weirdo. You know, they'll be like, you know, they won't even, you could feel their non-love for their significant other. You know, if they have any non-love in their heart. Like, for instance, I see people that are just deeply in love. Like I should have taken a picture of them. And instead of just holding hands, he had his hand on her around. I mean, they were like, you know, embrace, you know, walking to the bank, you know, walking together, embracing, like, you know, right, you know, one head down the bottom, one up top, you know, not just holding hands, but they are embracing each other, you know, truly being one, you know, which is the two, which is the one. When you put it together, it becomes a one, even though it's two. Two is the separation, is the lie. That's what the real magic is. There is no separation when you're one. Okay? Because even when you're not together, you are still one. Okay? Because of the simple fact is, you have no eyes for anyone else, you know? They say, oh, I only have eyes for you, you know? Because you trained your subconscious to not even look for love outside, because you already have it. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you will attract your love. Is when you really truly, man, there's so many beautiful women out. I mean, man, I don't think I've seen an ugly woman today. I'm trying to find one, but I'm not finding one. Even homeless women, man, she's beautiful. Okay, I don't know what it is going on. Might just be the placebo effect, okay? Don't believe anything I say, but entertain the possibility. You know what I'm saying? But I believe that there is no separation between us and God. You know, we are one, you know. And that's why I have to tell everyone. I have to, you know, I do this, well, Gandhi said it best, I guess. He says, or was it Gandhi or the Dalai Lama, one of them two. He says, I do this because something inside me speaks. You know, something inside me tells me that this is what I'm supposed to do. This is why I'm here. You know, this is what I truly, and I feel it in my bones. I feel it just in, you know, like that Disney movie, you know, the Wreck-It Ralph, you know. I just feel it in my code. You know, she just knew something. She was supposed to be this, you know. She just knew it. Even though she wasn't, she just knew it. That's just something you just gotta do, you know, because there's really no separation, you know. We can truly have everything we want in this life. We just have to become one, you know, and that's what Jesus was trying to tell everyone, you know. When they kept asking him, "You're the son of God? Or are you a god?" Or I don't know what they had. I can't remember what they asked him, but because I wasn't there. See, and that's the thing too, is how do you know? How do you truly know if you weren't there? That's their story. That's one side, and I've known there are two sides of the story. Okay, two sides of every story. You put those two sides together, that's the full story. You know, that's where you become one. You know, and then this is the thing is there's two sides of every story, right? But when you put those two sides together, that becomes one, right? Then there's your opinion of it, your outside perspective of it, what someone sees from the outside, right? And that's where the three comes in, okay? And that's the Trinity, okay? That's the mind, the body, and the soul, you know? And when you really put those three together, okay, you transmute that energy from the one, you know, by himself, by, you know, lonely. One is the loneliest number, right? To the, you know, to the two, which is, you know, your union, you know, your, the separation, the yin and the yang, you know. The other half partner, the feminine energy, you know. The one is the male energy, you know. And you put those together, it becomes one again, you know. Because they are together, they're one unity, you know. But they are together. And those people create the three, you know. The child, the love, you know, the Trinity, you know. The God force within, you know, the Holy Spirit. Because it takes two in order to make the three, okay? Because you add in the one and the two together and you become the three, right? In order to master all three of those and transmute that energy, that third power energy, that Triforce, okay? Oh yeah, I used a a Zelda freaking, you know, analogy. Yeah, the Triforce, okay? The Trinity, the pyramid, the freaking, you know, the Illuminati, you want to call it, whatever. Yes, when you put those three together, they become the I, okay? They become the one again, because they are together again. See what I'm saying? They are three separate entities, but they are still one, okay? So, in order to take that three energy, and that powerful three energy, which it is very powerful, okay? You know, you must exercise the mind, the body, and the soul. That's when you become powerful. And you become the four, okay? You become the four elements, okay? You put those four elements, you know, fire, earth, water, air. You have oneness still, again, you know, because you must have all four of those elements, okay, in order to become one with the earth, you know. You know, you have to have fire because, you know, it takes to burn away. Some seeds don't even germinate unless there's an intense heat. Okay, they've already seen it in the rainforest and you know, the redwoods and stuff. Some of those things don't even come out in extreme heat. So they already know that it takes fire in order to get earth, you know, and truly ground the seed, you know, and sprout anything, you know, make a tree, you know, because you have to have the two, you know, the fire, the earth, you know, it become, you know, one seed, you know. So then you plant that seed, right, and you know, you say, hey, I'm going to put this in the ground, and I'm going to say, hey, you know what, I'm going to do it. Okay, so you take action. Okay, you use your voice, the air element. Okay, the hey, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, so you make the plan, right? So you use that third element, that wind power, you know, and you say, hey, this is how it's gonna be. So you say that, right? And then you use the fourth, the water, the deep diving, you know, the purity, you know, being baptized, you know, the flushing away of all of the sins, all of the stuff that you did before, all the last 12 years. You use that water to just cleanse yourself, you know, and that's when you become one again. And when you become one again with all four of those elements, You transmit that four energy, that powerful fire, earth, water, air, and you transmute it again into the fifth. And that's the energy. That's that's when you become the Christ within. You know? That's your hand, your hand, it tells you every day, Palm reading is true. So if you want to know your chart, all you have to do is look at your hand. And it shows it right there. Okay? It's proof. In the pudding. In your hand, And so they always, they say, Jesus put his hand on things and it just, things would happen, Why? Because he had the Christ within. He was able to use that energy and to get anything he wanted, And that's what the real five is about. It's about change, Hey, you want to change something? Look at your hand. Change the one that's in the mirror. That's what Michael Jackson was telling everyone out the whole time. You want to change the world? Change that man in the mirror. Change that, the woman in the mirror, the God first within, and believe in yourself. And if you don't believe in yourself yet, that's okay. Never say, oh, I don't even say it anymore. I always say, man, you are a good-looking guy, I love you. And you are enough. And you will be successful. Because you are practicing your art. So keep it up. And turn that deep fire within and transmute it into your life, And live truly, truly every day like there is no tomorrow, Like this is your last, And if you treat every day like that, tell someone you love them, tell yourself, of course you love yourself, thank God for waking up this day, on this planet Earth to fix all the blessings that we take for granted, electricity. The electricity got cut off today. But it did, because I remember the happiest time that we had in this house is when the lights got turned off last time. We had a ball. We told stories, and that's what we're going to do tonight. The kids don't know yet, so they will now. Of course, I won't put this up until later on. But yeah, the kids don't know it yet. But I've already seen what's going to happen tonight. I'm going to go get some candles, and we're going to tell a story about what our last 12 years has been, what kind of journey that we've had, already, and what kind of goals we're going to set, for the next 12 years, and reflect on back how far we've become, and appreciate what we have and what we don't have. That's okay. Because if we don't have it right now, it's because we haven't learned how to get it yet, And just because you're not successful yet, that's okay. Because you're in the process, a flower doesn't know that, it's no good until it's a flower. Okay, it's good the whole entire time when it's a seed, and it grows into a bush, and, gets eaten by, bugs and stuff, but it still survives, it still goes on. Still buds out. Why? In order for the flower to be content, it must spread its seed, okay, give to your children, okay, and the parents are always here for the children, okay, and it's not the children's responsibility to take care of the parent, okay. You never see the seed go and, hey, we go and help you, plant, you gave birth to me or what have not, let me go ahead and help you now, because you helped me. Yes. No, they don't. They never pay it backwards, you know. You always pay forwards. You know, that's why I always say pay it forward, you know. Yes, appreciate, be, grateful for everything that you have, and say thank you, and, um, but pay it forward, you know. Somebody gives you and does something nice for you, do something nice for someone else. Why? Because that's what you do, you know? Because that's what the right thing is to do. Pay it forward. Don't try to pay it backwards, you know? Don't try to step back in the last 12 years, no. And even if you step back a little bit in the past 12 years, remember, hey, you know what? That's okay, because we're in the process. We needed to learn something. Apparently, we didn't learn it at that time, so we have to do it again. And that's what this whole repeating cycle is about, you know? But if you don't want to do this life over again, you don't want to see freaking deja vu and say, like, oh my gosh, I knew I've done this before. Start following that inner fire within you, you know? Something inside me says, hey, this is what you're supposed to do, you know? And that's why I do it. I don't do it because, for money, because that's a fiat currency. I mean, it's just like, it's worthless, you know? What's worth the most to me, what I value the most in life, is information and helping other people, with that good information, and not just saying, hey, you believe me in this, that's not what I'm doing this for. So, people are like, oh, I believe you, I believe in it. No, believe in yourself, believe in you, because that's what, and that's what if's about, if I really believed in me, if I believed in this guy right here, if I believe I could achieve, because I believe it. If you believe you can or you can't, either way, you're right. And that's what, Henry Ford had it best, I mean, seriously, if you believe you can, you'll be able to do it. Because, or just don't even do it, What does Yoda say? There's only do or do not. There is no try. So, what he meant by that, don't say that don't try anything. No, try everything, I mean, yeah, go for it. Hey, if you don't succeed, then that's okay. That you didn't do that one time. It took 10,000 times for Edison to make that light bulb, the incandescent light bulb, to find that element, tungsten carbide, in order for it to work, And when his factory burnt down, and he had to start all over again, they thought he was going to be just like distraught, he lost everything, But he wasn't. Why? Because he knew it. He had the power the whole time. Right there. So, on that note, I'm David, and this is Infinite Flame. So, until next time, light that fire within you and just do it. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? People call you crazy? And then I just say I'm crazy awesome. Until next time, I'm David, and please like, subscribe, comment, hey, whatever, just, that would help. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. And live every day. Wait, what is it again? Like it's your last.